Hey yo, what's going on guys? Welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be talking about if the next Sonic game is Sonic Adventure 3. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Anyways, as you guys know, Sonic's 30th anniversary is coming up, and a topic that has been discussed a little too much is whether if the game is going to be Sonic Adventure 3 or the Sonic Adventure remakes. It doesn't really matter where you are on the internet. If there's Sonic fans and freedom of speech, they are talking about the Adventure remakes and Adventure 3. In this video, we're going to be talking about Adventure 3. Is it coming? What evidence we have to prove that it's coming? And what we want in the game. So let's kick things off with a teaser. As you guys know, Sonic the Hedgehog's Twitter tweets a lot of funny memes all the time, which a lot of fans actually hate on them for that. I don't think you should hate on them for that. The memes are good, it helps the brand, and honestly it's better than just the Twitter page being dead until the next announcement, because they literally wouldn't tweet anything this year if it wasn't for memes. They're keeping the brand alive, and it's good that they're posting to Twitter. Enough about that. As you guys know, Sonic the Hedgehog tweeted out, "Mathematically speaking, Sonic is aesthetically pleasing." It shows a pretty decent picture of Sonic from SA1. Except the thing about this picture is if you zoom in on his cheek, there is a 3 there. It's very suspicious. It's Super Sonic from SA1 with a 3 on his cheek? I mean, how does that even happen? How can you make a mistake out of that? Sega had to intentionally do this, right? And Sonic Team wouldn't just hold that over our heads. They only tease things that are officially coming. So this had to be Sonic Adventure 3. But that was until I watched a video by GameXplain, and now this teaser is completely ruined for me. GameXplain's video about this will be in the description, but let's just get into it. The picture you are seeing was on top of Sonic's face, except it had the numbers and letters photoshopped out of it. I think you can see where this is going. It looks to me like Sega could have accidentally left out the 3 when photoshopping. How does this even happen? Seriously. Like, who is your graphic designer, Sega? Your graphic designer has been working all night up until 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, let that man go to sleep. He's sleep deprived. He's making mistakes like leaving a 3 on here, making us all go crazy. I mean, they did give Sonic Tubers a lot to do in the month of November, but still, this is just not right, man. But there's something that's strange about this situation. It's that Mike Pollock, you may know him as the voice actor for Eggman, actually replied to this tweet. It was a link to a song from Schoolhouse Rock, and it says 3 is a magic number. So it's kind of weird. If this 3 was a mistake, then why would Eggman point out the 3? What I think happened here is the graphic designer forgot to edit out the 3, so then everyone in the comments was going, "Sonic Adventure 3 is coming, oh my gosh," and then Eggman just decided to poke fun at it by replying with this to make it look like Sonic Adventure 3 is coming. You know, kind of like a harmless joke. Except that joke really wasn't harmless when it came to the Sonic community. People took this very seriously. Man. Sad. Okay, but that's fine, that's fine. Teaser or not, it doesn't even matter. Because Sonic Adventure 3 has a higher chance of happening now more than ever. For one, all the fans have been asking for is Adventure Remake and Sonic Adventure 3. So Sega knows that we want this, so they might just actually give us the game. And if I'm being 100% honest, I don't really want a Sonic Adventure remake. I've already explained why in previous videos, but I'll just explain why very quickly in this video. You see, if a remake was to come out, I'd want it to resemble the original a lot, actually. I just want it to be exactly like the original, with better collision and better graphics. However, there's a lot of people who want the game to change a lot, like taking out Gamma, Big, and Amy, or changing the voice acting, or changing the story. Me personally, if they took out Amy, Gamma, and Big, I would just play the original over the remake because now the remake is inferior to the original. I like playing as those characters, not so much Big, but I still like playing as Amy and Gamma, so if they take that out, I'm just gonna play the original over the remake. There's no point in me playing the remake at that point. There's a lot of people who want it to change a lot, and there's a lot of people who want it to resemble the original. And that's exactly why I don't think they should remake it, because nobody can agree on what they want with the remake. Believe me, I still really do want a remake, because I think it'd be cool if they went with my idea. But then again, that means there's going to be a lot of fans who are going to be left out because their idea wasn't listened to. So if Sega was to remake the Sonic Adventure games, they just need to say screw it. Some fans are going to be mad, let's just put it out and call it a day. Except I don't think that's what Sega needs right now. I think they need safe bets. But if you disagree with me about the Sonic Adventure remakes, leave a comment down below. I read all comments, I might even respond to you. Another reason why Sega might make a Sonic Adventure 3 is because they need a big win. And if they win with a title called Sonic Adventure 3, woo, man, that's winning huge. Imagine it. Sonic comes back with a 30th anniversary called Sonic Adventure 3 and it's better than ever. Got 80% in ratings. That's just crazy. Everyone's gonna start loving Sonic after that. But let's start talking about the game. If Sega was to make a Sonic Adventure 3, do I think they could pull it off? Yes, sorta. Maybe. Yes. Yes, but there's a possibility they could screw it up. Yes, because they've had 3 years of development, and everyone brings up how Forces had so many years. Forces was developed in under a year. They were developing a lighting engine that entire time. They've had 3 years to develop this. That is one of the longest times Sega's ever taken to make a game. Don't quote me on this, but it might actually be the longest time that they took to make a Sonic game. So now let's start getting into what the gameplay could look like. There's multiple routes they could take with this. One way is that they could just have Sonic still keep the boosting gameplay while the other characters take different gameplay styles. For an example, Sonic could be boosting in levels while Knuckles is doing the Emerald Hunt stages. Honestly, I just love the Knuckles Emerald Hunt stages so much. I just want it to come back with new gimmicks, the new mechanics, and the new engine. Ah, man, it's so beautiful. But it's still interesting thinking about the boosting gameplay being an adventure game. If there's other playable characters that is actually different, unlike Force's playable characters where it's just modern Sonic but edited, I think it'll be okay, but there's a slight issue, and that issue is that the boosting gameplay has an expiration date. I talked about this in a previous video I made. I had a lot of different opinions at the time making that video, but the main point of that video still stands, and it's that the boosting gameplay has an expiration date. In the boosting gameplay, it's very strict. You have to be going down a linear path, and you pretty much have to be going fast the entire time. So it's really hard to innovate and add gimmicks to the boosting gameplay, because you can't really add much when Sonic is going fast. If he has to stop to use the gimmick every 5 seconds, it's just gonna get repetitive and annoying. So, what if they bring back Sonic's Adventure gameplay? Honestly, if they just fix the collision, add some new cool gimmicks to every level, I would be more than satisfied. It's probably better because you can use the Adventure style gameplay as a gimmick itself in Sonic Adventure 3, but also, the Adventure gameplay in future games, it'll be easier to implement gimmicks into the game. Honestly, I just hope they go back to Adventure gameplay sometime soon because this boosting gameplay is not going to end well if they keep going down this route. The boosting gameplay is really good, and I wouldn't mind it coming back for another game. But it has an expiration date. People are going to get tired and bored of this gameplay. They need to jump off this ship before it sinks. But less importantly, we need callbacks to the original stories. And to do that, we need to talk about the writing. And I know how you guys feel about writing. Alright, Sonic's storytelling hasn't been the best for a while. Our last good story was Black Knight, and that was back in 2009. So I'm going to tell a story, and trust me guys, it has significance. Just wait until the end of the story. So I started reading the Archie comics as of recent. I made it about 22 issues in before I realized it was pretty bad. And a lot of you guys might get upset with me for saying that, but from what I've heard, apparently the comics get good after like 100 issues from where I'm at in the story. So, I don't know if I want to read all that. I also heard that it's going to get worse before it gets better with a supposed love triangle. Oh no. So one day, I woke up and I was feeling extra great and I said, screw it! I'm just gonna read the Sonic IDW comics. Nobody's gonna stop me. So then I started reading the comics, and the first comic was already just better than all the Archie comics I've read so far, so that was already a plus. But once I got to issue number 2, I was absolutely hooked on these comics. It was absolutely amazing. Now I'm about halfway through the comic book series, and don't spoil it down below or I will find you and I will make you perish. And you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. Ian Flynn needs to write the next game. I know you heard everyone say that already, but if you saw what these comics have, you would think the same. Like, this dude is a legend. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's a few callbacks to older games in the Sonic series, and I think it's absolutely done perfectly. It makes it feel like it's not its own story. There's actually things that happened in the past, because recently in Sonic games, it's like, oh, the Eclipse Cannon? That never happened. Quite honestly, what they could do is make these comics tell the stories in between the games, and then once the game is released, the comics pick up right after the game. Because as you guys know, these comics actually pick up right after Sonic Forces. But this is the thing that ticks me off. For some reason, these comics aren't canon. These games are canon to the comics, but these comics aren't canon to the games. Sega, why? These comics are so good, and they fixed everything that was wrong with your writing. Literally everything. Why aren't you letting this be canon? In the perfect reality, these would tell the stories in between the games. Once it gets up to the game will tell its own story, and then the comics will pick up right after the games. It would be perfect. Ian Flynn should write the games. He's so good at it. I love his work with these comics. If you haven't checked the comics out, make sure to go check it out. Sadly, he will probably never write the games, and my dream of a comic book telling the stories in between the games will probably never happen. But I can dream, dang it! And on that note, we're gonna end the video off right there. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Make sure to give me ideas for other videos because I'm running low on ideas. And this, guys, was one of the hardest videos I've ever had to make because holy crap, it's been stressful juggling school and juggling this and juggling so many other things. It's hard, guys, and I don't know if this video is gonna be on time, but I'm seriously hoping it is because I really want this video to be on time. You can join the Discord server down below if you want to talk with me, I don't know, debate with some of the amazing people there about Sonic, talk to them about Sonic. I love you guys. I'm never gonna stop. Adios.